Hello and welcome back to some more not advent calendar content. This time we're on a Hypixel server because I felt like changing it up. I couldn't look at the same builds one more time. So there are presents hidden here. I found this one already, and can click. There's a thing, and it tells you, and there are find our 88 presents in every lobby, and then you get something. Real Santa, probably an achievement, I guess. That's probably supposed to say earn the Real Santa achievement or whatever. But that's a lot of not achievements, a lot of presents. I only found one here in this lobby. I don't know how big this lobby even is. I've never really been all the way back here. And I don't know how well hidden they are. I mean, that one wasn't very hidden. It was just right there. But it's the only one I've seen so far. This goes up there even. I've never been up there, I think. I don't know. This might be hard to do. But yeah, today is the 10th of December. Which I don't know. I don't think that means anything. Is the 10th a special day in any form or way? I don't think so. Let's check the parkour. Not really for the parkour's sake. We're not even doing the timed thing. We're just falling off here because I can't jump very well. Anyway, I think there's a little bit of lag, which is what I'm gonna blame on that drop right there. That's better. Need to press relatively early here. The button to jump. Space, that is. Would they hide the present in the parkour? I don't know. Maybe they would. Failed. I didn't teleport. I tried to fall off. So it's so buggy. It's just laggy and then it claims I teleported. I think I always struggle with this part coming up right here. Yeah, right there, that jump. I hate that jump. I don't know why that one is hard. It's not even a long jump. It's just this left to right action that always kind of messes me up. But yeah, I don't see any presents here, so no, none in the parkour. There's nothing out here in the lobby, right? I don't know. I guess we go upstairs or something. What do you mean it's back here? Has this always been here? I've never really looked at the lobby in this much detail. I think I have some questions too. I have to look at the comments though. I haven't really looked at them yet. I just know they exist. And I definitely will. I will look at them. If you were present, where would you be hidden? Because this is... How big is this lobby? Is this all still the same lobby? Does this count as the little battle lobby? So people flying around here looking for presents, I assume. Wow, has this always been here? This is pretty huge. What's out here? A ship. Sure. I mean, technically, this is still a lobby, right? So the presents could be hidden out here. There's one. They are hidden out here. Man, okay. Some lag there. Let's correct this one. Maybe we can get... Wow, more lag. Let's get these 3 from this lobby and then we'll be fine. It's kind of loud. Will I get there? Build Battle Coins, Hypixel Experience. Sure. The hunt begins. Find 2 lobby presents. Sure. I need one more though. I don't know. It's too many. 88, that's so many. Otherwise, this is exactly my kind of thing for some reason. It's just, I don't know, tickles the completionist in me. I like finding things. Like, not really. I don't like it as an exclusive. Like, if the entire game is just finding something, I'm not on board. But here, I think this is fine. I should maybe switch my gadget to one that's more useful for this. What do I have? I have a grappling hook, sure. That should help. Getting around a little bit faster. I want to land up there, but this is fine, I guess. I don't know where they would hide. The last one. I don't know. Maybe somewhere out here? Who knows? I should probably just get to the questions, right? I mean, I asked you to ask questions, and then you did. It would be rude not to answer them now. So let's do that right here, I guess, and then we'll do one last. I don't know, maybe over there, because there was one down here and one back this side. So I'm gonna guess this side. All right, questions. Come on, phone. Why do I jump around all the time? Was one of those questions Scruff asked. I don't know. I really don't know. It's just I don't like doing nothing. And I do talk with my hands too, but you can't see that. So I guess that's sort of the I'm compensating for that. The fact that you can't see my face and my hands by just jumping around like a madman for some reason. I think that's one of the reasons, at least. I kind of also do it when I'm not recording and just like playing though, so I don't know. This is too laggy, man. Can't even really spam the grappling hook very well. That was bad jump. Guess I'm up here now, that's okay. It's kind of where I want to be. But yeah, the presents are not, I mean, they're not super obvious from a distance. I don't know. So that was the first one. Let's see, second question. Do I consider myself a millennial? I guess, I mean, by definition I am, right? What's the cutoff? I think we've started using Generation Z or C, depending on where you're from now, for the next one, right? After the millennials. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's like a weird, I don't know. It's a weird time, the generation I'm in, I guess, by the definition that it is commonly used, because I feel like there's a huge difference if you're born in the 80s, the early 80s even, because I think they start like Generation X cutoff is 1980 or something. So everyone born after that is a millennial, but like if you're born in the 80s or in the early 2000s, I mean, the world changed a lot in those 20 years. Like there's a significant difference. So I don't know. It's a weird one. So I guess the answer is kind of no. I don't really consider myself anything because I don't like labels at all. So I try to avoid them whenever I can. But yeah, technically and by definition, I am. So I don't know. Is that a good answer? Probably isn't. But what's the cutoff? What's the definition? I should maybe look this up. But I think it's like maybe it's 2000 or 2000 and something the cutoff. But yeah, I still think there's a huge difference if you're born in, like, say 1981 or 1999. That's a very different, that's a very different period. That's a very different, I don't know, like technology alone. I did grow up with, Walkmans and tapes, music cassettes. Still, I mean, there were CDs too, but especially as a kid, like as a young kid, we had Walkman, and we listened to tapes, and we taped stuff. I don't know, it's a thing we did. I remember like recording like radio shows as kids. We had like a microphone. I was always fascinated by that stuff, which maybe explains, this whole thing. The fact that you're listening to me right now. I don't think, like, if you're born in 1999, you grew up with basically MP3 players and computers everywhere and phones everywhere. I didn't grow up with phones everywhere. When I don't want to say how old I am for some reason. I like the mystery of it, but when I was a kid, there was one phone in the house, and you'd call a friend, you'd call their house, and most likely they wouldn't pick up, but one of their parents or siblings or whatever to ask for the right person. There were no cell phones, and I feel like, yeah, since the 2000s, if you're born like 1999, your first memories will be like from 2000 whatever 3. Phones were everywhere at that point, basically. Maybe not as much as they are now, but still, it feels like basically every adult had a cell phone already at that point. It's just normal. Even in Austria, even in rural Austria, that was already definitely a thing in the early 2000s. So I feel like that's a very different kind of, I don't know. I just feel like there should be another cutoff there. I feel like I'm sort of in that slightly. I feel like slightly too old to be considered a millennial. I guess that's what I'm saying. But yeah, I hope that answers that. And we'll move on. Next one. How much snow will fall in Austria? These are all by Scrafstall, by the way. How much snow will fall in Austria on Christmas Eve? That depends. Like, all over Austria? I don't know. Decent amount. There's lots of mountains. And, with mountains, there's usually some elevation. And, the higher up you go, the colder it is, the more likely it is to get snow. But everywhere that isn't the mountains, the Alps, not that much. Christmas, like a white Christmas, it's been a while. We usually get some snow early in the year. Early in the year too, but like early in the winter. And we had some snow fall already in like late November or mid-November. It wasn't a lot, but it did snow. And then usually there's some early December. There wasn't any this year though. Not really, at least. And then January is when it gets snowy, if it does at all. So Christmas probably not going to be a lot of snow. There's actually a chain of it's a chain of stores. They sell it's a lot of stuff: hearing aids, glasses, and then also like electronics, like cameras and I don't know, that kind of stuff. Phones too, I think. And they usually have a thing where if it snows, I don't know the specifics of it right now, actually. The definition of, like, when they give you some money back, at least, if you buy stuff there and then it does snow on Christmas Eve. I don't know if it's like if it is separated by state or whatever. I don't know. It probably is. But yeah, it does. It rarely snows on Christmas Eve. That's why they can offer that like cashback thing, because they usually don't have to give you any money back. Yeah, so probably no snow. Why is coal a bad thing for stocking? It made others rich. Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know why. I mean, like as a kid, like a lump of coal is just a crappy thing to get. I guess. But why? Like there are other things that are bad. You could just, yeah, like any else, like a stone would also be a bad gift, I guess. I don't know why coal specifically is the one. It's a good question, but I don't know. Let's go to the main lobby and see how crazy that is. That is very crazy. How do I make people invisible? Like this. There's a gift right there. Found one, but there's 40 here, so is that another one? No, those don't count, right? Or do they count? How can I tell with these scars everywhere that look like gifts? Or do they all count? No. They all look like I guess they had some particles, right? That was the difference, maybe? $40 gifts, so that's a lot. That is a lot of gifts. Feels like we should have found one again already, because there are so many. Does this count? Nope. Oh, this one counts. Okay, so they have green particles. I wasn't even sure they had any particles anymore. I hadn't really thought about it. Ho, ho, ho. Very good. So yeah, the core question, I don't know. I really don't know. Because yeah, core used to be useful. Not so much anymore. Because very few people still burn coal for heat. Even in Austria, that's not really a thing anymore. Because even if you still have like an oven to heat with, it's usually just you burn wood, and it's not out of necessity. It's just because it's nice. The science name is Varf. Be nice to Varf. Hypixel is a beer praise. I always feel kind of out of place here for some reason. Maybe because I'm not really a millennial. Maybe that's it. Who knows? Things are just too loud on the server too. That's one of the many things I don't like. But there are some other things I really do like. A lot of the games are really fun to play. Even if they are kind of repetitive. But it's definitely better if you're not alone. Alright, I think that's all the Scruff questions. I don't have a good answer for the cold one. If anyone has any ideas, outside of just Googling it, which I could do just now, and maybe that would tell us something, feel free to share your theories. There are particles there, but there's not a gift. What's up with that? That's not okay. I disapprove. Hypixel was wrong. Also, I'm sure there's some annoying stuff in chat. Just ignore it. I've been not looking at it at all. So just do the same as my suggestion. Okay, more questions. I think there were more. I'm always keen to hear about food, asks David Cook. With that name, of course, he wants to know about food. Was a traditional Christmas meal in Austria? I don't know. I think there are a few. I think fish is one. But we never had fish at Christmas. And then, I mean, some people do like the turkey thing. Oh, it's very bouncy. Didn't expect that. So yeah, like a turkey or... Yeah, I don't know. I don't think ham is really a thing, but maybe in some places. Our traditional Christmas meal, like in my family, as kids, I guess... Yeah, it's still kind of the Christmas meal. The Christmas Eve meal is... Well, the one thing that's different is we actually do dinner, which in Austria, like the warm... I mean, that also is kind of changing, but traditionally the warm meal is lunch, and then dinner is just like sandwiches or something. Or like, it's not even a sandwich, really. The traditional thing is like... I think I looked it up once, like an open-faced sandwich. So it's just a piece of bread, and then you put something on the bread, and that's it. No second piece of bread on top. There you go. That's kind of our normal dinner thing. But yeah, that's also sort of maybe changing. I think people are working, and that less women working and all of that kind of has changed that over the last. I mean, yeah, long time, but yeah, even more. More and more. People are working more and more. So there's less and less time. So I'm sure there are also people who eat their big meal at dinner time. But like, yeah, traditionally, or, the big family meal is lunch and not dinner. So that's one of the few times growing up that we had like a cooked meal for dinner, basically. It's Christmas Eve. Because there's just too much, like there's not enough time in the day. And then that meal is for us, and I don't, that's definitely not something that's like normal in Austria for like a lot of people. Might be some, who knows. I'm sure for part of it. I'm gonna explain better by just saying what it is. So what we eat on Christmas Eve is schnitzel, which I'm sure most people have heard of. It's like it's meat. It's usually veal, but it can be pork, and it actually can also be turkey, I think. Is there? I'm gonna look that up actually. I think there is a better translation. Let me check. No, I guess it is just turkey. Is there no difference in English? I guess you don't differentiate. Like it's all turkey, right? Female and male. Turkeys are just turkeys, right? I don't know. Because for us, like Truthahn would be the male turkey, and then Pute would be the female, I think. And there is like Putenschnitzel, which is turkey schnitzel, which I've never had. It doesn't sound good though. I don't know. I'd stick with the veal, and if that's not available, the pork is just fine as well, if you ask me. But basically, if you have no idea, it's just you take the cutlet, I think is what it is. I don't know. It's like not quite like a steak, but I don't know. I don't know meat. I know eating meat. I don't know the cuts that well, and it's like flattened to tenderize it in order to make it, I think, like not as thick, so it cooks faster. Maybe I think that's a part of it at least. And then it's like you put it in flour, or coat it in flour, and then in egg, and then in breadcrumbs, and then you fry it. It's very good. You should have it if you've never had it. It's a very Austrian thing. And then as a side, we have like a mayonnaise potato salad. That's kind of weird, and we only have that for Christmas. I don't remember ever eating that. Maybe once for some other occasion. But really, we only eat that on Christmas Eve. And it's not just potatoes, it's potatoes, carrots, peas, and peppers. And then like with mayonnaise as a dressing, basically. That's our family's traditional Christmas meal, Christmas Eve meal. So good. Not at all buggy, this server here. I don't know, presents in the boat. Or ship, I guess. Apparently not, right? Or maybe they're up on the sails somewhere. I really don't want to go up there though. There's one big one right here, but I guess that doesn't count. Oh, it's probably because the swimming, like, I'm in 1.13, but the server isn't really in 1.13, so it's not sure if I'm swimming or not. Like, the client, you should just update the servers. I've been saying that for years, and they won't. Like, they are updated in the sense that you can play in 1.13, but they're not really just running 1.13. They're running some weird thing that allows all the clients from 1.8 up to connect or something. And I think that's dumb, but they don't, so... There you go. Found another one. Six of 40. There's so many of them. So many. But there's actually some nice Christmassy stuff going on here. Good job, Hypixel. It's a nice snowman. Yeah. Is it all the questions? I don't know. Did Mr. Cook have another question? Is there quintessential Austrian food that we wouldn't expect, Christmas or otherwise? I mean, yeah, schnitzel is, I think, like the Austrian food thing. Aside from maybe like, just like some sweet stuff. Strudel of different kinds of peppers, or Topfen, which that's also a very Austrian thing. Quark in German, and then it's like you would probably say cheese, but yeah, it's weird that there's no difference there, because it's not really a cheese. It's, you know, like a cheesecake cheese. It's not really cheese, if you ask me. That's not. Yeah, it's the same. I don't know. Languages are weird. And some other sweets. Maybe Kaiserschmarrn would be another one. It's very Austrian. I can't really think of anything else right now. I should have prepared for this question. One thing you have to keep in mind, though, with a real schnitzel, no sauce. Germans tend to do that, and it's wrong. It's wrong. Don't. Like, it doesn't make sense. There are like different types of schnitzel they don't have the bread crust, and with those, sure, you can eat sauce with them. It's fine, but it doesn't make sense to have like a crispy breadcrumb crust, and then put sauce all over it so it gets soggy. That doesn't make any sense. It's like the weirdest thing. Is that a toaster? Why is there a toaster here? Whatever. And I think that's all I can think of right now. I mean, there's some other Austrian foods, I'm sure, that I'm just not thinking of right now. Yeah. Like yeah, I guess like pork roast. Would you say it like that? Maybe. Could be like belly, or if you like a lot of fat in your meat. I think that's also kind of an Austrian thing. Yeah. And then I guess I don't know. I don't know what's it's like difficult sometimes. I don't know which foods are really just Austrian and which it's just like, yeah, common in all German-speaking countries. So I don't know. I don't wanna get into it right now. I think trees deserve just as much love as other trees. Sure, I guess. These signs are weird. How many did I get? 7? I mean, I haven't really been looking. I've just been running like a madman. So, there's that. Right. Noel, very nice. Teddy bear. I like it. Does the teddy bear have a gift for me? A present? I don't think so. I think you would be able to see it. Unless it's like behind him. Which it could be. Oh, he does have one. Thank you, Christmas teddy bear. What am I getting here? Just the war? I don't care about these. Okay, we get different kinds of coins and always experience. Sure, that sounds good to me. Alright, I think we're gonna wrap this up. I think this is a kind of long one. Oh, this is a very long one. It's just easier to remember with a new backdrop for once, and then having the mission of finding the presents kind of helped to distract me from the time elapsing, and also the questions helped for sure. So if you have any more questions, even if you want more clarification or anything, feel free to ask, and I'll get back to you ASAP. But that's it for today. I'm actually getting hungry talking about food, so I'm gonna go grab something to eat. I think I have some avocado. I can't speak. It doesn't sound right. I can't. It feels like it should be said slightly different. Avocado. It sounds very German, but I can't really think of the pronunciation right now the way I want it to sound. I hate when that happens. I feel like sometimes my brain just like I draw a blank on a word that I should know how to pronounce, and then sometimes I'm just like freaked out by the fact that it's almost the same as in German, and then I'm like second guessing everything as well. Anyway, I think I have some that's gonna go on some toast, maybe with an egg, some hot sauce. So maybe I am a millennial after all. Anyway, that's it for for today, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you tomorrow for the 11th with something. It might be more of this or not. I'll see. Depends on how annoyed I get by by Hypixel stuff. But yeah, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you then. Bye bye.